There are multiple ways to solve M.2.5, but the strategy that I'm going to use today is what is called substitution. And I know that I'm going to use this strategy because I have an equation, and I also have two or more different variables in those equations. And so because I'm given not only one equation, but two, I can rearrange these equations so that I can substitute or replace one variable for another. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to look at this over here first, because this is very easy to simplify. And I am going to say that Q is equal to 7 plus R. And I can say that because if I add R to both sides, adding R to this side would make that go to 0, and then I would have left 7 plus R. So Q is equal to 7 plus R. Now this means anytime I see that letter Q in this equation, I can replace it with this whole expression. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do P times Q, which I now know is equal to 7 plus R, plus 12 is equal to 3P plus PR. Now the next thing that I want to do is I'm going to simplify this and clean it up because it might help me see what else I can move around. So I'm going to distribute this P, and I'm going to get 7P plus PR. When I multiply that together, I get this expression as a result, plus 12 is equal to 3P plus PR. Now, fortunately, I have a PR on both sides of the equation. And so that means that I could subtract 1 from the one side, and it's going to end up going to 0 on both sides because it's exactly the same thing. So now this is really easy to clean up, and I have left, I have 7P plus 12 is equal to 3P. And at this point, this is just a matter of solving for the one variable P. And so I'm going to rewrite this up here so I have that easier to see. And I'm actually going to subtract 3P from both sides. And I'm going to get 4P plus 12 is equal to 0. And then I'm going to subtract 12 from both sides. And I'm going to get 4P is equal to negative 12. If I divide both sides by 4, then I get P is equal to negative 3. And so let's go back to the question and make sure we're answering it. It says, what is the value of P? We already found the value of P, so there's no other work we need to do. P is negative 3. That is the answer choice. So again, the key strategy is when you see two or more equations and two or more variables, look for opportunities to substitute.